Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week. And this week, wow, it's kind of jam-packed with energies coming in. Um, kind of started yesterday on the Sunday, which I was going to do a holding space for, but just never got there. Um, so yeah, we kind of had what's called the Venus point, uh, where Venus is starting to rise up to be the morning star again. But she was also in conjunction with the sun. So that was just definitely having the sun shining on, heating up, and illuminating love. So that's kind of what that day was about. Um, and I think it's just going to carry on through this week. So we're moving into this place of more focus on coming out of this dark kind of place we've been in, which was, Saturn was in retrograde, I think, till today. No, yesterday. It was yesterday too. So it's just coming out of retrograde. And that was, I think, where we were doing a lot of dark karmic cleansing. I know most of you have talked to will agree. We've definitely been purging something over this last couple weeks. And now we're about to head into this eclipse portal. Um, so eclipses in general are um, great endings and then new beginnings. So, and that all happens within that 2 week period. So the eclipse is tomorrow night, um, and then it ends with the full moon 2 weeks from now. From then, um, yeah. So just again, I'm just kind of looking over some notes here. Yeah, Venus is very heavily centered on this. So we're moving into more abundance and more love, which is interesting because Monday, right as I record this today, is Diwali, the festival of light. Uh, um, Basically, it's the darkest night in the lunar month. So it symbolizes the victory of light over darkness. And when I do the reading, I'll get more into a couple other things with that. So what I was thinking for this week is this reading for the week will be a little bit different because I'm not going to have time to do an individual thing for the moon and a thing for the eclipse, and I'm just going to be able to do the day to days. So the moon reading is going to be on this video as Tuesday. So we'll just do that then. And then, yeah, the rest of the week we'll just kind of see what's going on. So yeah, so for the Monday reading, I'll probably do a little bit more on Diwali and focusing on the light. But let's take a look first at the overall theme for this week and just see. So yeah, these are times where there's going to be still intense energy coming in, lots of movement happening in our lives. Okay, so funny, we got the new beginning card, which is 0, which is the Fool in the traditional tarot. I ask the question and cultivate an open mind. Okay, so interesting. I ask the question. I feel like that's individual for all of us, right? Um, and yeah, we're just focusing more on uh, there is a new beginning starting. So this week is all about embracing this new beginning. So hopefully, over the last couple of weeks, you've done your work around letting go some of this deep, dark karma that's been coming up. Yeah, I was just reading something from Molly McCord and just talking about um, bringing in the light and transmuting discordant beliefs and attachments that you put on financial flow. So there seems to be a little bit of a connection here to financial flow, which is also kind of interesting because Diwali, um, the two sort of gods and goddesses, if that's what you want to call them, or deities or whatever you want to call them, that are focused during that one. Again, the victory of light over darkness is Lakshmi, which she is the sort of goddess surrounding abundance and a little bit of love. And then Ganesh, which is the elephant god, and he's responsible for, he's the remover of obstacles. So it seems like we have this opportunity to um, yeah, to be more abundant and allow it to come in easily now. Yeah, so and again, just kind of looking at your your beliefs around the money system and that it's only a form of survival, but it's probably a good idea to change that up. Observe how you communicate about money. Change the energy and your thoughts around the word money so you align with the frequency of abundance as a currency and an energy instead of lack and limitation. I feel like that's just speaking to a lot of us. So, yeah, abundance isn't necessarily about money, but it's about being able to receive everything that we need, right? So let's head into this new beginning with new ways of talking about things. Um, that goes for love too, right? If you're struggling relationship wise, um, we need to start looking at the way we're talking about things. All right, we also got for this week a little bit of the lion energy, but also, again, just the amazing amount of light coming in. So, um, yeah, it looks like this week we just need to focus on realigning our our views, our visions, allowing the new to come in, and letting go of that old paradigm of lack and uh, especially when it comes to love. And because I think a lot of us are blocking that from coming in, and that's not just like a romantic relationship kind of thing. We're also talking about all of our relationships with our parents, our children, our siblings, everything. And the other card we got for this week is Divine Flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, to follow the divine flow at all costs. Yeah, so this is just kind of like if you want the new beginning and you want to take that nice walk into it, you know, we got to let the light in, have some courage, and be in the flow. So that seems to be the theme for this week. Again, it's all surrounding love and abundance, but let's do day by day and we'll just see where we get to. Okay. All right, taking a look here at Monday. And again, like I said, it's Diwali, so this victory of light over darkness, which couldn't we all use that a little bit now? So it's also just believing that that is happening. I know it still looks like absolute poop out there. Um, but again, when the only way that we open a new beginning is, or start a new beginning, is to let go of the past. So that's happening out there and it's resolving itself. I think it's we move forward and we be the example, right? Be the change you wish to see. How we do that is, I know it sounds like you're just ignoring the world and, but it's not a case of that. It's like self preservation. So we need to move forward um, from dark to light. So that's what Monday is calling us to do. So let's just see what the cards have to say. And I have to say, um, I'm probably going to be using different decks for different days just because there is different things going on. So for sure today I'm going to use the Keepers of the Light because let's let's bring in divine help with the light. I'm going to use the angels and ancestors on this one too because we're heading into that season of having the thinner veil and our connection with our ancestors and angels. And then we'll use the divine flow. Oh, that's the name of the card. That's not the name of the deck. Anyway, that'll go. So we'll see what Monday, what Diwali has to hold for us. And again, yeah, so centering around Lakshmi, which is, the goddess around prosperity, abundance, um, and then Ganesh removing all the old obstacles. So If you want to look those up and just, just say a nice little prayer to them, then, you know, I'm fully in belief that we're like um, we're able to do all these things, even though it may not be our chosen religion or our chosen, path. I think we can learn a lot from everybody else, right? An interesting read. Okay, so our keeper of the light that we got is White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can now be healed. Often, like, when I was talking at the beginning of the intro here about abundance and things like that, and money, um, those are usually like constructs that we've gotten from our family. So this may be a lineage thing that needs to be healed within your family. I know it has to be healed within our family, and we're working on it. Um, that's why I'm here, is to finish this off. So anyway, just there's messages coming in on Monday from our ancestors. If you need to connect to them, drum we also got, so that's dream and journey. So pay attention to your dreams. If you don't remember them, just do a little journey, a little meditation, um, and some good deep breathing, and then just say, I need to connect in with my angels and my ancestors, and any messages that you may have for me. And then we also got non-duality, which is kind of funny because that's just what I was talking about with, we can learn from all other religions, and belief systems. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become influent at doing both. Yeah, non-duality. I mean, it's a tricky one, but I think my favorite one in this is the Om, right? That there's some peace and higher knowledge coming in. So Monday looks like it's like the Fool card, right? So we're starting this new beginning. Again, the light is coming in with Diwali, so the victory of light over darkness. Just allowing ourselves to connect, because it seems like what we're being guided to do is there is a message for us, and we need to just be silent or still and hear this message on Monday. So taking that just a moment. It's always the first thing that comes to you. If it doesn't come to you in thought, or that you write, just start writing a stream of consciousness and see what comes up. So yeah, Monday looks like what we're supposed to just be doing is, yeah, realigning ourselves and our thoughts, and finally putting to bed this dark karma that we've been working on purging. So that's Monday. Okay, so Tuesday, this is, I'm going to use the deck of cards that I use when I do the moon readings. I always use a specific deck. So, yeah, so we have a partial eclipse, new moon in Scorpio. Um, so, yeah, just lots of things surrounding this premise of great endings. And when I say great, it just is like it's something big. We all feel this old way, you know, it's it's still on its last leg, and it's, hobbling around, and it's like you can go now. Like, we give you permission for us to be done with you. But it seems to be hanging on a little bit. So hopefully this eclipse will be the final kind of burnout, and then we can start these new beginnings. So I'm already getting like the messaging that like this week is just going to be about, yeah, sweeping up those last little karmic old ways that are just kind of clinging on a little bit, and then moving forward, uh, through this next 2 weeks into our new beginning, and being really constructive and cautious about how we're talking about things, and that we're constructing what our new beginning looks like. All right. So we're just looking at what this new moon means. I'll get the Scorpio card out. And then, interesting. Okay, so the moon's a little interesting. Okay. Well, the first part of the moon, we got a bunch of stuff in Aries here, which is represented by Mars, which I like, yeah, it's going retrograde on the 30th on Sunday. So hopefully, my hope, just in looking at is because Mars is that fiery fight, defend, war, all of those things. So it's pulling into retrograde. So I'm hoping, my hope of hopes, is that is that we can stop all this warring and fighting and that it retrogrades or slows it down and we really get the chance to look at it and say, yeah, no, no more. So we got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. We got the keeper of the scales, which is fairness and balance. And then we have also the last quarter moon in Aries, which is work through your feelings. All right. Well, so it's an interesting moon. That's it. That's just a feeling. It is going to be a little fiery. We still might see stuff on the world stage, um, rearing up. But the interesting part is that yeah, it's the keeper of the scales, fairness and balance is coming back. So yeah, it's gonna kick and scream on its way out, and it's gonna make us a little bit emotional, and you know, that's what it does. So that's the exact night on Tuesday for the moon reading. When I do the moon reading, though, when I do it separately, I draw it 3 times or three of each. So that's sort of the beginning of that day. It's gonna be a little fiery. And then what I want to look at, I'm gonna do this we're gonna draw the cards right now for this moon reading. Is I'm gonna do one right now, and that'll be sort of like our advice and like things we should do. And then the last set of three, let's do as outcome. So right now, let's look at. I mean, we already know that it's going to be fiery. We're going to be emotional. Uh, Try not to be too angry and chubby. That's the Aries way sometimes in that respect when you kick up the fire. Um, so I'm just going to get some things here about the advice. Okay. Yeah. That's so funny. Now we get like, okay. So the advice is the answers you need are coming. So we also got the chess queen, which is trust and strategizing. And then we also got cool your emotions, full moon in Aries. Okay. Ooh, so that's kind of funny. So the advice is, um, yeah, there's going to be some fiery climax of that of this moon. So yeah, things might be coming up in your personal life. They might be coming up in the world stage. It's just we just need to be patient. The answers are coming, so don't get up on your soapbox and don't be yelling at people. And let's cool everything down and just instead trust that the universe again has our back and things are being worked out exactly as they're supposed to. And then our job in that, the advice, is strategizing. So let's strategize how we get to um, this new beginning, right? Or like what steps can you take? So, you know, the advice is don't be out front yelling, uh, preaching fire and brimstone and the rest of it. Cool everything down, take a step back, and make a plan. That's pretty much the best way. All right, so that's that. And then, like I said, we're going to now do three more cards, and that is going to be our outcome for this, uh, yeah, this moon. So it's also like, it's not just about the moon. This is also how we make it through this 2 weeks of eclipse season, right? So it obviously, like, the door is opening, but it's the door when the door opens on the eclipse, it is the great ending, right? So the next eclipse that we have in 2 weeks on the full moon is going to be the new beginning. It should be there by then. So you've got 2 weeks, so don't, yeah, just don't go great guns a blazing. Ooh, okay, okay, what's the outcome? By the time we get at the end of these 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks. Oops. Okay. 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 So the outcome at the end of the eclipse week, 2 weeks, is don't let your past hold you back. So again, making sure that old ending, it's done. However, you need to end that and have resolution. That's what needs to be done. We also got assistance and control, the Horse King, but we also got the Winged Wise Ones, angelic help, miraculous aid. Again, so our work is making sure we're not getting caught up in the old story, that we've set our intentions, yeah, that we've done that strategizing and the plan for what the new is. And then we also got reveal what needs to be seen and assess the situation. Interesting. So I think those are just around yeah, our job in this is that we have to trust that the help is there. It's there. It's coming. Everything's happening the way it should. Our job is to be the observer. That's what I've been telling people over this last little bit. It's not so much about doing, and getting mad at and fighting and all of that. It's about holding back and just being the observer and assess what's really going on. Reveal, things will be revealed. You can't see them when you're right up in them, right? It's better to step back and just take a look. So, yeah, and there's a lot of amethyst again in this card. There's a big amethyst rock. And I think she's holding either an amethyst or something because it's very purple. So, this is higher learning intelligence and that sort of thing. So, it's a little bit about revealing your own personal secrets and things, not secrets, but like who you really are. Um, it's time to let that shine and not be embarrassed about it, but just realize this is also happening on a world stage. And, stuff is going to continue to come out and we learn more, especially about this whole notion of that we are powerless and that we don't have these psychic abilities and connections. We do, you do, and you know that they're awakening right now. I can't tell you the amount of people I've seen who have suddenly just like realized how intuitive they actually are. So let's just go with it. Let's keep strategizing that new plan. That's the work is don't get trapped in the past and get ready to move forward, but have a plan and trust the universe. Again, it's all playing out exactly as it should. So that is our Tuesday, which is the partial eclipse, new moon, Scorpio night, and that's my normal moon reading. All right, taking a look at Wednesday. Wednesday doesn't have a particular thing going on, but as I always say, these moons and these portals, everything that's happening right now always has energy, like 4 days ahead and 4 days behind the event. So, like, I mean, I feel like we're just going to be in constant, constant flow of energy and things changing and shifting. So, yeah, a good thing about eclipse season too is like it's easier for us if we just embrace change. So let's see what Wednesday has to hold. Maybe we'll get a bit of a reprieve. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. We just got the same card as Monday, but I know what's going on because we're getting this like real big push. It's because we're in, I know a lot of, there's a lot of, things surrounding Halloween and it's not just Halloween though. It's like a couple days later. It's also Day of the Dead. Um, in different traditions. So the interesting thing is I think we're really getting this push right now. We got White Eagle again, right? So again, this ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So we're still working with this on Wednesday. Um, yeah, this time of year, it's like what the veil is considered thin, and it's easier to access uh, the connection to your lineage and that sort of thing. So, um, yeah, they're just asking us to uh, be a part of it and connect to them. They have a message for us. That's all I'm getting. Each individual, we all have. They're ready to divulge some information. It's not necessarily about our families, but it might be this overall cosmic family, which by getting Father Sky, trust in the unknown. So again, that piece around we just trust what's happening, but listen and be the observer. Like the observer still does just sit back, but they do ask questions too, right? Okay, what does this mean? What are you trying to tell me? What message do you have for me? Um, because we also got these two cards came out together, be the knight, which is be brave and honest. So it's something coming around like I feel like this is like us like when I talked about it on Monday about just doing a little connection, some of your hearts were like there's fear around it still, right? There's fear around connecting with the dead. Um, but the thing is that in my belief system, is that we don't die, right? It's not that you're connecting to something evil, right? If we're not going to say our ancestral lineage is evil, there may have been some in there, but this is just we need to we're clearing up these family wounds and patterns. So if you want to like make really big changes in your life, usually those little habits and crap that we have are coming from the line behind us who didn't quite get to maybe dissolve the karma around that. So it's just asking us to be brave, be honest, and just sit and listen. Because we also got, it's funny, this whole read, I feel like I'm just doing a reading for myself, but I know that I'm not because I've talked to other people that are having massive problems with this right now, and that it is around the piece of abundance. So it's either about actual finances and money, which is, it's chaos out there. We know that. like, it's not easy right now. Everything's crashing and burning. it's meant to happen, but it doesn't feel good while it's happening. We got the diamond dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. Again, true prosperity and abundance, those words, you can have an abundance. It doesn't have to be of money. Where we get tied up with abundance is that what abundance should be and what it looks like is that we are easily accepting into our lives love, things for survival, which do sometimes tie into the material, right? Like you got to pay your bills and you got to do your thing. So, I mean, money is in there, but it's kind of like work with what you have, and you'll be fine. Like we're all going to make it through this. It's we are making it through this, but we do have to change our mindset from that old way. That's all it's asking us is like we have to start change. And again, all that stuff I just read by Molly McCord, it's that same thing. Venus is coming in, and like if we want more love and more abundance in our life, we have to start speaking, talking, and being that way, even though we don't see it. I know it's so hard when you're just like, you know, getting your third. I'm just looking up at the thing, and I just got my third notice about a bill I need to pay, which I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. But I'm trying not to like just sink myself into panic and despair over it, because that doesn't get us anywhere either. It just hurts us, our physical body, our mental and spiritual body. So I know it's hard sometimes to believe when you can't see it, but this truly is a case, I think, on Wednesday of believing is seeing. All right, let's take a look at Thursday. Yeah, so as expected, with an eclipse, the door is opening, or door is closing first. The door is closing first on the old ways. The new ways will be open when we hit the full moon. And it's funny because I feel like I'm about to say this, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'll look it up after this. But the full moon coming up with the other with the solar eclipse is in Aquarius. So again, that age of Aquarius, that higher learning, that bigger perspective, a more enlightened perspective. So we definitely are heading from the old into the new. That's definitely what I'm getting. All right, so Thursday, woo, oh, I jumped out. Okay, so Thursday, awakening presence, El Moria. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Cool. That's pretty, it's cool though, because that means, yeah, it's happening. We're awakening. And it's not just us, everybody and the universe has our back. And then we got the Lord, which is take charge with authority. So it's like, okay, now it's go time. No more like getting mad at things and the old way and just letting it go. And now we've made our plan, and now it's time to move forward in our authentic self and our authority, and just, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to get this new show on the road. And then we also got the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shock, but total paradigm shift. Cool. Awakening and paradigm shift on Thursday. Yes. I'm like, cool. That's what we've been like trying to move towards. It's, like it's full steam ahead. It's like take charge and let's go. So I don't really have much else to say about Thursday. Just, yeah, it just looks like a day of forward movement, which is good. We've let those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that old karma, let it play out, let it have its fiery explosion. Um, yeah, and that's interesting though, because I like it's funny because it's like when you read sometimes shock and surprises, and you're like, that could, it comes up. It almost feels like it's going to be bad, but I think this is like amazing shocks and surprises like coming on Thursday. So I guess maybe Thursday's back to our world stage reveal events, reveal of truth, awakening, and paradigm shift. Cool. That's Thursday. All right. Let's take a look at Friday. I was wrong. I'm pretty sure the full moon is in Taurus, I think. I'm trying to look it up, but I keep getting our internet keeps bugging out. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I can't remember what's in Aquarius. I feel like something's in Aquarius soon. Okay. So taking a look at Friday. Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting week. And, these weeks will just continue to be interesting all the time, I think. Oops, oops. We're sliding everywhere. Okay, so Friday, we got Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. Okay, so let's read the other ones and see what they say. Surround yourself with protective energy. And the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Cards are just, I'm gonna, they keep sliding out. So I'm like, we also got Guardian Angels, You're Not Alone. And then we got the Cosmos, Creativity and Vastness. So Friday's looking like, yeah, we want to stay grounded, but we want to be part of this shift that is happening. So, um, yeah, just keep connecting and make sure you're staying grounded. Um, got the angels with us, just being graceful in our movement. So that actually means doing some kind of movement, whether you want to just dance or um, and that's also just like how we're treating people, that kind of stuff. Um, Surround yourself in protective energy. That, again, nothing to be afraid of. It's just, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of, like I said, the veil's really thin. You know, there's all kinds of energy all over the place. So just make sure you feel grounded, connected, safe, and protected. This is all root chakra based stuff. So making sure um, that you're in a grounded state, but we still want to like be connecting to the higher forces, to the angels, and the cosmos. So, you know, firmly planted, but looking up. So that's Friday. Okay, having all kinds of fun technical issues. So hopefully, I don't know, I might have to re-record Friday, but this one's Saturday. Let's see what we got. And then hopefully I can go back and fix Friday or maybe reread it. Maybe that's what that means. Oh, we got two for Friday or Saturday. Yeah, day it is. Oh man, okay. So Friday, there was, yeah, hopefully if it was on there. Anyway, we're still getting this messaging about protective energy. So um, we got Kalima, which is facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. We also got Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. And then we got Arrow again, which is surround yourself with protective energy. And then we also got the Swan Queen, which is transformation, intuition, and patience. Okay, so yeah, I can see what's going on. This is totally us stepping, we were told to take, the action. It's time to move ahead, move forward gracefully in all of our actions. Um, Continue to protect yourself though, right? Like don't move forward into this new energy and be like, it's okay. It's totally light. I've moved from dark to light and I'm fine. We still need to keep our sense of ourself and our protections around us. But this is just, I think, where the fear is coming up, and it was a little bit in the reading for Friday, is um, this is all new and it is kind of a little bit scary when you start coming into uh, the intuition and the transformation. And I think the key word in this is, be in that protective, grounded energy, and just it's happening. Just let it happen. Let the transformation happen, and have patience. That's the key word, I think, for Saturday is just have patience with yourself. This is not an easy process when you make this transformation. I've done this a couple times in my life, and I feel for people right now that are doing it all at once because it is happening to people like from get go, just completely. It's like the crash course in the crash course in transformation, and it can be really disconcerting and very hard. So I do recommend just keeping your wits about you, keeping grounded, and just being patient and believing in yourself. You're already doing it. That's the easiest way for me to phrase that. We're already doing what we're supposed to be doing, even if it sometimes feels like we're not. But just by being present and showing up, that's us doing and acknowledging. And again, the observer, we're sitting back and watching right now. And that Mary Magdalene card is like, it's time for you to like, you're getting to the point where you're going to be the teacher, where you've quickly shifted from, I shuffled the deck. Oh, he's right there though. This is the Shaolin master from yesterday is, the, the grasshopper, right? The teacher becomes the master, or the teacher becomes the master. No, that's not right. The student becomes the teacher or the master. So, we're moving through these things pretty quickly these days, and I think that's what's happening. So just be patient and everything will be fine, but keep doing the work. And yeah, we're moving towards this new beginning and transformation quite quickly. So, all right. So let's take a look at Sunday. As always, I can promise a holding space Sunday. I'll do my best. Um, I've just got lots going on this week, so the chances of it happening are pretty slim. Just because I also want to write some meditations and things, but so you may see some just single meditations pop up here if I have time to put them together, which would be awesome. But yeah, right at the moment, things are just like there's lots going on and really busy. So um, for now, this will have to be my only show. All right, let's look at Sunday. Ooh, that flipped right up. So funny. And so yeah, Sunday, the other thing, that's the 30th. So that's when Mars goes into retrograde. Um, it's about it's retrogrades are always about reassessing. So it could be about reassessing our the way we've the way we've done things, how it's not working, and how we can shift and change. Um, okay, it's really interesting because we got we got Lady Venus, which, like I said, on this past Sunday or Saturday was she's starting to her rise up again to be the morning star from the underworld. So Lady Venus is downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So, which is funny because we also got Seer, which is see beyond the current situation. And we got, oops, yeah, I'm dropping cards. The Eyes of Beauty, which is positive expectations and clarity. And again, though, too, like she's got that the veil over her face, but it's kind of like yeah, things are being revealed. Um, we're getting new downloads and understandings of things. Truth is being revealed. Again, this is kind of the nice counter card to, I've seen a couple things when I'm looking at Mars going into retrograde, and it doesn't sound really like it's a great thing. Again, I'm having that hope that it's like, okay, we'll push the pause button on all this like yelling and war and divisiveness. Like, can we do that? Could we do that, please? Or slow it down so we've got time to integrate this new energy, the Venus energy, right? The Mars and Venus, the, the love connection, the masculine and the feminine. Let's bring the feminine in. It's like slow down this masculine. Ugh. It's been too much, and it is on its way out. It's just, it's kicking and screaming as it's going. So let's work harder on bringing in this kind of energy and listening to the downloads and understanding and insights that we're getting, and know and trust that they are coming from the higher realms, from heaven, whatever you want to call it. And that, yeah, it's just like we're stepping into our intuition and we're able to see things um, more than this current reality that we're living in right now. Um, and the eyes of beauty, yeah, just have we've got to have those positive expectations that this is all going to work out and in the most beautiful and clear way as possible. So, yeah, that's Sunday. So that's kind of good. I really love that Venus came up as the sort of antithesis to Mars going into retrograde on Sunday. So that's Sunday. And then I'll be back in just a minute here for the sum up of the week, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's take a look at the overall week by the time we get to the end, see where we're going to be at there. And yeah, that leads us up to Halloween. And then I know it's, it sometimes gets a bad rap, but I don't think that was the initial intent. It got, compromised. So I always enjoy Halloween and the Day of the Dead because I do, because, it is good for us to connect with our ancestors. Um, we wouldn't be here without them, would we? And so if they have a message for us, we definitely want to be listening. Okay, so for the end of the week, by the end of the week, we got the High Priestess. I lift the veils of ignorance and darkness. So yeah, you want to transmute Halloween a little bit? Lift the veil of darkness. Bring in the light. That's what it's asking us. We also got the storyteller. Again, this is our story to write. It's nobody else's. The pages are blank. This is our new beginning. What do we want to see? And the last one is Worth with our tiger energy in there. We're still in Year of the Tiger, aren't we? I think so. It's been like one long year. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you were love itself. We have had this card before. But I'm just going to read that one more time because it's a great sum up of the week. Because I feel like in some of those days when we were looking at things, it's like there's quite a bit of self doubt still that you're on this path and that you can do these things, intuit these things. Yeah, you just need to sit and listen because it's all there for the taking for you. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. And I think that will be the title of this video. Have a good week, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Do your protections. Be the observer. Stay in your heart. Stay grounded. And stay in that energy of love above and beyond anything. Take care. I love you guys.